In this video, I will be covering all the basics that you need to know about digital planning on your iPad. So this is just going to be an intro to digital planning, all the basics that you need to know to get started, and also just some tips for using GoodNotes for digital planning. But let me know in the comments if you're looking for like an in-depth GoodNotes digital planning guide where I just focus on GoodNotes solely. Like I said, this is more of an overview of everything you need to know, but if you want one focused on GoodNotes, please let me know and I will definitely do that for you. But okay, let's get started and get into digital planning. So you might be wondering, what is digital planning? Now you get many forms of digital planning, like just like using a calendar, things like that. But on iPad, most traditionally, when we're talking about digital planning, it means it is a PDF like this that is hyperlinked, which means you can navigate through like tabs like this through your document, and you can import this document into an app like GoodNotes, Notability, things like that. You can also do this type of digital planning on your Mac and iPhone, but I don't recommend it because on those devices you're going to be mostly limited to using text because you can't really write on those devices, and also just the size and the lack of having an Apple Pencil, it's just not my favorite. So I usually use my Mac or my iPhone as reference for the things that I do on my iPad. Now, as for where you can find digital planners, I like going on Etsy to find mine. As you can see, they have so many options and you get different types of digital planners. You can get a book planner where you plan out like the books you want to read. You get bullet journals, which is more plain pages that you just fill out yourself. And then you get these more traditionally structured digital planners, which you just fill out yourself. So I really recommend just browsing Etsy. They have so many different ones and different types of styles and aesthetics. So go on Etsy, just search digital planner and you'll find something there. One of my favorite creators for digital planners is Paper and Roses. She has a freebie planner on her website that you can go ahead and get. I will have a link in the description. It's this one that I have here, and you can go ahead and try out her template if you want to try out digital planning. And she obviously has paid ones as well, which I'm going to be getting, but this is just a freebie one. If you want to test out digital planning, I highly recommend just trying this out and seeing if it works for you. Now, to import these planners, it's really easy to do. I am in Files, so once you've downloaded from Etsy or wherever you got yours from, you can just go in Files where you have it saved, and then you can just go ahead and click on Share here. And then you will see all your apps come up here. So you can choose between GoodNotes, Notability, whatever app you want, and you can just import it into your desired app. Now, as for apps that I recommend, my favorite is GoodNotes. I have so many videos on GoodNotes if you want to watch those, if you're not familiar with it. GoodNotes is my favorite, but other options are Notability, as you can see here. It is also an app that is for note-taking. It has a different UI than GoodNotes, so just try this out. It does have a free option before you have to pay, so you can just test it out. And an entirely free app is ColorNote. This is also a good option if you want to try out digital planning. They also have some great features. The UI is interesting. It's not my favorite, but it is free. But in this video, I'm going to be mostly focusing on GoodNotes just because that is my favorite for note-taking and digital planning. So now you have your digital planner. I'm just going to be sharing with you some tips for GoodNotes that I love using with digital planning. So first off, as you can see, I have my pen selected here at the top. And if you're in this regular writing mode, if we can call it that, when you go to your hyperlinks, you'll see that it doesn't work. You're just kind of writing. So how you can actually access those hyperlinks is you're going to go into reading mode by tapping on the pen icon here at the top. Tap on it. It's going to hide your toolbar, and that means you're in reading mode. So now you can just tap your hyperlinks without any problem, and it's going to work very easily. And then when you want to go into writing mode again, you just tap a pen icon again, and then you're back to your toolbar. So now that we have our toolbar here, let's just quickly go over it. We have our pen with all our pen colors and all our pen sizes. You can go here to eraser and erase. You can go to highlighter. Also, you have different color options, and you can also have different thicknesses. Then we have a shapes tool, which I'm not going to get into. We have a lasso tool to select things within our planner, which I'm going to cover. And then we have our elements tool here, which I'm going to cover, which has some stickers and things. We have our images tool to access photos, text tool to access text boxes, and we have zoom tool, a ruler, and we have a little laser which I'm not going to be using in this video. I have a whole dedicated video to a beginner's guide in GoodNotes, as well as tips and tricks for GoodNotes, which I will link in the description. So I'm not going to go into much depth on this, just some things that I feel are helpful for specifically digital planning in GoodNotes. So first off, the lasso tool is really amazing when you are doing digital planning because you can select exactly what you want to have selected. So what that means is you have this drop down menu and you can choose what type of thing you want to select. So if I have handwriting turned on, images and text boxes, that's going to move all of that. But say I only want to move an image, I don't want it to move the text boxes and everything else. So now I'm going to turn off all that. Only keep images turned on. So now when I select all this, only the images are going to be moving, the text is going to stay in place. The lasso tool is also really helpful for use cases like this where you have an image and handwriting. So maybe I just want to move the handwriting, I can just turn off images. Now with the lasso tool, I'm going to outline my handwriting and it's not going to move the image as well. So that's really helpful with the lasso tool. Scribble is also one of my favorite features, which means it converts any handwriting into text. So I have my text tool selected there at the top. I'm gonna make a text box and I'm just gonna write anything. So let's just write down Scribble and it's gonna convert that into text, which is really nice. Make sure you have Scribble turned on in settings if you want to use this. I also recommend installing custom fonts. These just make your planners look so cute. So I have a whole video on installing fonts on your iPad if you want to check that out. The Elements tool here, like I mentioned, you can have a bunch of stickers. You can create your own collection of stickers. GoodNotes has some in their marketplace where you can find some stickers for free. Here you can see these are all the stickers that I have. It's really, really fun and I highly recommend using this. You can create a new collection by clicking on this plus button and importing photos or importing stickers from files. So for instance, I have all these images. I can click on select all and drag them into the elements section here. And then I have a whole new sticker collection that I have made. And I can click on create. Again, in that tips and tricks video, I go into more depth about using the Elements tool and just how you can actually be pro at using the Elements tool. You can also easily duplicate a page by going to this icon here. This shows you all your pages in your planner. You can go to the drop down and click on duplicate, and then that will duplicate that page exactly. But if you only want to copy the template and not all the writing, what you can do is to go to this section here at the top, click on current template, and then that will just add the template and not all the writing as well. You can also go to these three dots and click on copy page and then navigate to all your pages and go to a specific area. So maybe I want to add it in here. Click on that drop down arrow and select add page after and click on paste page. And then that will paste in that page that we just copied. In this view here, it also makes it easy to just hold down and move pages around if you want to move anything around in your planners. Also, the sticker pack that I just showed you that I imported, I have this for free in my shop, as well as another pack, which I will link in the description if you are interested in getting it for yourself. Like I said, it's free and it's just fun to start out with when you're starting out with digital planning. So that was my video on digital planning on the iPad. I hope this helped you out and you learned something new. If you are already a digital planner on iPad and I missed any tips, please leave those in the comments down below as well so you can help each other out in the comments. Or if you have any questions about digital planning, also leave those in the comments and I will reply to them. It's really so fun when you're new to digital planning and learning all the new things. It's a very exciting time, so I really hope you enjoy the process. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate that you did take the time to watch this video, and if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!